Welcome back to another episode of the Bolton RTG Career Mode here on FC24, where I already tried to film this episode and I played against Preston. I beat Preston. And then it corrupted. So thankfully I didn't save over this file so I can go back to it because this is such a big game against Preston already early on into the season. We are sitting 2 points behind them. We had just caught up to them. We have Preston. We also have Burnley in today's episode as well. It's a very big episode. I was playing Burnley and then the recording corrupted. So hopefully it won't happen again this time. We also have Millwall today. Now unfortunately Millwall's goalkeeper did pass away in the last week of the time of recording, and obviously he's not going to pass away in the game. So the only thing I can do to try to make this right, because he's obviously not available anymore, unfortunately. Hopefully hopefully his family is doing okay. Hopefully the club is doing okay, even though the club doesn't really matter too much. It's all about his family and his friends and anyone he had in his love life, if he had anybody in his love life. We are going to make him retire at the end of the season. So he will play out the rest of the season, and then he will retire, and then he will no longer be here. So that's kind of what we kind of have to do for that to make it somewhat right. So we have Preston, we have Millwall, we have Burnley, we have QPR in today's episode. We are going to start against Preston. And this is the team we are going with: James Trafford, Cannon, Avila, Santos, Mumba, Adams, Lucas, Simon, Nwori, Iracunda, and Broha. Now, when I did film this the first time, literally yesterday when I tried to record it, Mumba was getting beat on these back post crosses so many times yesterday. All of our goals were conceded back post thanks to him not jumping up and not being good enough for it. So hopefully he can be better now. That's a great ball into Ledson, and Ledson now crossed in, back post, and there's Mumba getting beat again by Potts. Thankfully James Trafford had that covered. There it goes again, Mumba getting beat. Towards Reese, Reese blocked by Santos. Santos still has it. Reese will get it back, and Reese will find the top left corner and put Preston up 1-0. You never win the replay. You just never do. Reese now, that's a good ball into Keane, and Keane is in behind. Keane now for Woodburn, and Woodburn will make it 2-0 for Preston. And we are in trouble. We are in real serious trouble here, unfortunately. And we give the ball away off kickoff. That's great. Reese is going to turn off his defender. There went 3-0 before halftime. We can't allow it. As Santos trying to come across, it's cross back post. It's wide. Mumba's just going to boot it clear. We're going to go halftime down 1-0. Or 2-0. Not even 1-0. 2-0. Reese now into Keane. Keane gets a shot off. Makes it 3-0. What is going on? It was a close game the first time around, but we managed to beat them. And now we're getting absolutely dominated here. And that's going to be cleared, and that's going to be game over. You never win the replay, and we didn't win it. We got absolutely demolished and just straight on destroyed here. A 3-0 loss, and that playoff hopes dwindled down that early. We do have a scout report here, though, from England to start things off here after that terrible performance. And it's just going to get worse because that's awful. And then we have the last one from France as well as here, which it's looking dreadful as well. All right, then. Broha is getting dropped for this game against Millwall. It's Charles starting. It's also Ibiega starting at that center back position. Let's get to it here against Millwall at Ivy Lane. Here we go. We need a better performance than that game against Preston. That was a horrid performance. That was a League 2 performance there. Now, while I don't expect to get promoted or even in the playoffs in the championship the first season here, I do expect better performance like that. I don't expect to get absolutely thrashed by a team like that, only by a team that's like in the top 2, top 3, top 4, not the 6th place team. Iracunda down to Nwori. Ethan Nwori had a quiet, everybody had a quiet game. I don't know what I'm talking about. Everybody had a quiet game. Besides Santos. Santos did good at center back despite conceding 3 goals. There's not much you can really do when you don't have possession of the ball, and it might be happening again. That cross is straight to James Trafford. Whalemark chips the keeper, gets past Trafford, and Millwall have the lead. That's 4 unanswered goals for opponents against us. The cross comes in. Almeida Santos will clear, and Iracunda now on the break alongside Nwori. And Nwori's not the quickest. Adams is not the quickest and not the most attacking, but it'll work out eventually because we'll find Charles. And Charles now is in behind. He's going to take it himself, and he hits the crossbar and over the bar and out for a goal kick. And we are going to go halftime down 1-0 here to Millwall. We need a big second half here because the bad is getting bad and the bad is only getting worse. It's going to look to try and go out wide to Simon. Maybe cut that inbounds for Simon as well. Simon, shot, saved. Iracunda, fake shot. It's Adams, not the player who really wanted to be shooting the ball, but we'll get a corner out of it. So we'll take that. Can we get something off of this corner? It's Simon into Ibiega. And Sebastian Ibiega will put us level here. It's 1-1. Fleming, Nisbet is a penalty. Ibiega gave away the pen. It's just not what you want, not what you need, not what you... just can't happen. Fleming against James Trafford. Go right. No, you go left. It's 2-1. Ibiega equalized, and then he gave the game away. Brian now crossed in. Mumba's going to get beat again. Back post. It's 3-1, and that's game over. That's a beautiful finish from the Millwall player. Still with Broha. Still with Broha. He's just going to try a shot, and that's going to be that. Next up, we are going to go ahead and play all 4 games in this month. We are going to go play against QPR here. We are going to go with the strongest 11 we can. Back to the team that faced off against Preston that got absolutely smoked by Preston. Hopefully come back and be a little bit better this time around. Trafford with the save, but he'll spill it, and Frey will have an easy tap in. Oh my lord, it's going worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And on the corner, that's going to go far. Maybe not. Broha! Saved by Furman. And out for another corner. Ethan on the left-hand side. Broha on this corner. Maybe no. It's still in the box. Cleared. Lucas was piping up a shot there. We blocked that off. It's now Ethan and Nwori. Crossed in. It's out for another corner. Ethan and Nwori over the top for Broha. Can he get there? Please, Broha. Yeah, bring it down now. Broha down the left-hand side. Somebody's making that run. And Nwori. Iracunda. Fireman with the save. Fearman with the save. Simon crossed in. Broha header. No. In the box still. Field will clear with Fireman. Adams down to Cannon. Cannon down to Simon. Simon crossed on the ground. I must have hit square twice on accident. Chair. Oh, we're going to go halftime down 1-0 when we could have deserved that equalizer. We might go down 2-0 at halftime. Simon. Oh, they're going to get the free kick edge of the box. Caden Clark's coming off on the halftime. This is essentially a halftime sub, but Caden Clark is coming on for Nwori. And Nwori has not been good lately. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he's been kind of terrible. They won't score that second goal, and we'll go halftime down 1-0. Chair now. Richards turns. Richards. Willick 2-0. We are just going to go ahead and do this real quick, and we lose 2-0. Yep, let's get into the Burnley game. It can only get worse from here. It can't get better. Mendes Gomes is going to start on the left-hand side. Iracunda on the right. Darcis Cogley at right wing back. Caden Clark at cam to take on Burnley at the Turf Moor. This is the game that I expect to get absolutely throttled down, and now watch me win somehow. On the corner, out wide towards now Khaled, back in the box, out wide to Sar. Sar to, oh, don't be a penalty. And the woes are woefering. James Trafford actually playing against his former club as well, right? Is he not from Burnley? I believe he's from Burnley. I could be wrong. But someone just told me he's from Burnley literally a split second ago. James Trafford versus Veghorst. He went left right time. He's going to go right again this time. Saved. Now Lucas or Adams. Adams into Caden Clark, and Caden Clark is in behind. Can Bolton take the lead for the first time in today's episode? No. Mumba into Mendes Gomes. Mendes Gomes into Broha. And Broha now. Broha! Something out of nothing. Bolton have the lead. It's a miracle. 1-0. We're finally back. Of course, I literally called it before the game that we would end up beating the team out of all 4 teams in today's episode that we should definitely lose to. And it's quite literally what's happening. And that's going to be equalizer. Jordan. Header goes near post. Whoever's on the line shouldn't be on the line because he's just not tall enough. And then James Trafford just couldn't get to it either. And it's 1-1. The question is, who was on the line here? Because it just shouldn't be him at all. Is it Ethan? No, it's not Ethan Ward. He's on the field. Who is that? Is that Darcis Cargley? There's no way that's Darcis Cargley. That's got to be an attacker. No, that is Darcis Cargley. It has to be, yeah. He's definitely too short to be on there. Okay. Well, all that work of us being in the lead, it lasted a total of 5 or so minutes. But we might be able to take it back here right before halftime. It's Caden Clark. He'll get taken out. We'll have a free kick here near the edge of the box. Well, not really the edge of the box, but halfway through that. Is there a half-decent chance we even try and strike this? Considering there are not many players in the box, I think why not? It won't hurt. It won't go in, but it won't hurt. It's going to go straight to the goalkeeper's hand. Oh, that's just awful. And halftime, 1 apiece. Darcis Cargley, Irakunda, Lucas, now into Broha. And Broha now is going to take it out wide for Irakunda to kind of cut inside. Caden Clark now to Caden Clark from Irakunda. And Caden Clark, that was a mumble of words. I messed up the player's name so many times there. But Bolton have the lead once again. Caden Clark. Maybe he should be starting instead of Ethan and Worry. And he will be starting instead of Ethan and Worry now. And talking about that, that will be his last involvement. Ethan and Worry will come on the field. Crossed in, back post, Mendes Gomes, no. Adams, second ball, in for Ethan and Worry. Is he onside? It won't matter, it got saved anyway. Last effort here, Burnley. They want to steal the win away from us. It's been our best performance of the day. It won't happen. We will finally pick up a point. We draw against Burnley. We take the lead twice, and they equalize twice in rapid fashion. And Vincent Kompany and his Burnley squad will march on into that playoff race as we'll just have to settle. And that's going to be the episode over just like that. We started all the way in 8th outside of the playoff spot by 2 points. We finish today's episode all the way down in 16th outside of the playoff spot by 6 points. So honestly, not that far off. But it was a disastrous of an episode in today's episode. We must come back next episode better and just willing to play. We have Plymouth, Cardiff, Norwich, Watford, and Southampton. It is not an easy episode at all. All right then. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.